Okay, I asked you in the last video to try 84 and 90. 84 is a trinomial. The first term starts with a square. The last one, I need two numbers that multiply to give me 18, but subtract, subtract to give me 3. Can you think of two numbers that multiply to give me 18, but subtract to give me 3? They would be 6 and 3. So I do two sets of parentheses, x and 6, x and 3. They have to subtract to give me a negative 3. So how am I going to get a negative 3? Well, to get a negative 3, I have to have a negative 6 and a positive 3. So there is the correct answer to 84. And notice I said if the last term is negative, there's one of each, and there's one of each. Okay. Then I asked you to do 90. Why? The reason I asked you to do 90 is some people think 90 is a PST. Is r squared a square? Yes. Is 36 a square? Yes. R times 6 is 6r. Doubled is 12r. And that one says 13r. So it cannot be a PST. It doesn't fit the criteria. So I look and see if it's a Trix. It is a trinomial. It does start with a square. Can I come up with two numbers that multiply to give me 36, but add, because that's a plus right there, to give me 13? Two numbers that multiply to give me 36, excuse me, but add to give me 13. Well, there's my r and my r for r squared. 4 and 9. It's a positive, so it says, since it's a positive, they're either both positive or they're both negative. I look at the middle is positive, so they are both positive, and there is my final answer. Now, I haven't pointed this out yet. Y'all probably should already know, but let me point out, how do you check your work? Okay, so let's check our work on problem 83. So I'm going to come over here to where I've been working. Here is the answer that we got on 83. If you want to check your work, do FOIL. Remember that FOIL stands for first, outer, inner, last. First, r times r is r squared. Outer, r times 10 is 10r. Inner, negative 6 times r is negative 6r. Last, negative 6 times 10 is negative 60. I combine like terms. R squared plus 4r minus 60. Look back at problem 83. R squared plus 4r minus 60. So you may check your work by foiling. Okay, you check your work by foiling. Okay. Now I want to do some where you have to pull out a GCF. Now, I'm not going to do them. I want you to do them on your own. But these two right here, 86 and 87, aren't Trix. They don't have three pieces. They are just GCF. So do these two by GCF. I accidentally let them sneak in the wrong section. So these two are just GCF. And I'm not going to do them. I'm going to leave you to do them on your own. Okay. Now I would like to do problem number one with a GCF. 98. Okay. When I look at 98, it's not a PST because it doesn't start with a 1 squared. So I look at it and I see, oh, 6 goes into 6, 6 goes into 90, 6 goes into 300. P goes into P cubed, P goes into P squared, P goes into P. My GCF is 6P. So let's pull it out. 6p cubed, if I pull out 6p, 6 divided by 6 is 1. P cubed divided by p just leaves me with p squared. That looks better. 6 pulled out of 90, it's a negative. So 90 divided by negative 6 is 15, negative 15. And if I pull a p out of p squared, I'm just left with a p. If I pull 6p out of 300p, well, I've pulled the p completely out. 6 pulled out of 300 leaves me with 50. Now look at this in parentheses. And look at my criteria that you should have written down at the top. This is a square. It's a trinomial. Can I think of two numbers that multiply to give me 50 but add? And the reason I say add is because there's a plus right there. Add to give me 15. Well, I can think of 5 and 10. So put a P and a P, a 5 and a 10. I want a negative 15. Look back up here at my notes. If the last term is positive, they're either both positive or they're both negative. If you figured it out, they match the middle. The middle's negative, so these are both negative. So my answer to this one is 6p, p minus 5, p minus 10. If you just write this part, it's wrong. If you forget to write this part, it's wrong. Okay? So, what I would like you to do for homework is not on CUDA. I would like you to factor all these out on your paper, okay, from 83 to 102, and then I would like you to go on to LMS, and there's going to be a quiz where you can type the answers in. And you'll need to, and because they're all going to be factors, you're not going to have to worry about exponents. When you type your answer in, you're going to type parenthesis, the letters, parenthesis, the letters, any letters out in front. But all of these will break down so that there won't be any exponents for you to write. Okay? And I'll give you explicit directions on the LMS. So you're going to look on LMS for today's assignment, and you're going to find the little quiz, and you're going to fill them in, and that way you don't have to upload a picture to me in all its craziness. You can just type in your answers. And homework for tonight is 83 to 102. Hope y'all are having a good day. Bye-bye.